he was a great all-around athlete. He was a star in baseball, football, track, rugby. He wasn't that big or strong or fast, but he was always the toughest guy on the field and a fierce competitor. When we were kids and chose up sides, you just knew Butch's team was going to win, no matter what. His will to win could carry an entire team. Later in life, it was skiing and scuba diving and sailing and working as a carpenter that satisfied his love of physical outdoor life, which would have laughed at the idea of having a desk job. After we left home, there were years of fast and hard living. Some of them most definitely outside the law. Butch loved the danger and excitement of extreme life, and he made no apologies for it. In time, Butch settled down when he found his trade as a carpenter, and he worked construction for more than 30 years, and was still swinging a hammer the week he died. As a friend said to me, he was a hard worker with a love for his craft and intense about doing a good job. He loved to problem solve, and he had a keen intelligence and a practical nature, which loved the camaraderie of a work crew. And he loved to teach younger guys what he knew. Butch had a beautiful, open, and unguarded nature. He was straightforward and unpretentious. What you saw was what you got. Take it or leave it. He assumed you deserved his respect until you proved otherwise. He didn't care if someone had money or status. He judged people only by what kind of person they were. I've never known anyone who made friends so easily. He had the habit of showing up lots of places where I was living, and no matter how long I'd lived there, within 2 weeks he knew 10 times more people. He was generous to a fault. He always reached for the bill. He left extravagant tips. And he loaned money to anyone who needed it, never cared if he got repaid. He loved his friends and his family, especially Sonny, Adam, and all of them. Well, last month I've heard some wonderful descriptions of Butch. One of a kind, a man's man, delightful scoundrel, a rough exterior holding a beautiful heart, and the kind of person you never forget. A friend said to me that Butch was a man who lived life on his own terms, and that was true. He did what he wanted, and not what others thought he should do. He didn't care what other people thought or what other people called success. When he died, he didn't own much more than his tools and his clothes. But he died incredibly rich in friends and honored in loving memories. Butch was born less than a year before me, and we were raised like twins. But to me, he was always my big brother. He was my hero, and I adored him, which was so many things I wished I could be. He was tough, he was brave, he was adventuresome, he was modest and generous. What a man he was. What an honor it was to be his brother. I have never been so proud of anything as I have been to be known as Butch's brother. I know many of you are just as proud to have known him, and that you loved him and miss him as much as I do. Thanks.
Great.